time. Welcome. Today, we're gonna play a little game together. And the name of that game is Guess the Varietal. I'm teaming you up in two teams. Your one team and your one team. If you look at the card in front of you, it kind of explains what I want you to do. I want you to guess the two varietals that I'm serving you here today before that final serving. Because I won't tell you until that very final course what we're drinking. The reason for that is because I love to explore new coffees to blind cuppings, and I want to give you that very same opportunity. But please bear with me. I'm going to give you some help. I'm going to give you some clues down the road. You're more than welcome to chat in between the pairs, right? After all, coffee is more fun when we enjoy it together, okay? Are we ready for that first clue? If you please have a look at the two green coffee plates in front of you. Each table has the same green coffees. It displays the two coffees I'm serving you here today. These plates displays the espresso coffee, and these plates displays the milk beverage coffee. Please feel free to look at each other's plates. My first serving here today is espresso, and I'm dosing my espresso 19 grams. And I'm gonna pull a total of 42 grams out. This is the ratio that generates the most flavor complex version of my coffee. I roasted this coffee 2 weeks ago with a total development time of 2 minutes. This generates a beautiful body and texture to my espresso. I'm also using chilled portafilters. And this is important because it remains all of those beautiful aromatic compounds and lower the acidic ones, giving us a little bit of better balance. Now, for the espresso serving, I want you to please follow my instructions. I'm going to start by placing that espresso in front of you, and then please evaluate that crema, but hold off tasting until I give you further instructions. Now, for flavor and tactile qualities, I want you to please note down flavors. Up front, we're finding ripe apricot, followed by orange blossom, candied lemon, and bergamot. For tactile notes, we're gonna have a low to medium, creamy body with the sparkling sensation and a long-lasting aftertaste of that beautiful bergamot. Overall, it reminds me of a beautifully aged champagne. A little bit of minerals, plenty of sweetness, a complex dryness to just balance that out beautifully. It makes it so delicious. Now, I want you to please follow my instructions. We're gonna take the two usual sips, but I want you to please stir 5 times in between each sip. And you're welcome to use the wide spoons in front of you for those spoons. Now, please enjoy. Now, when you're ready after the espresso, you're welcome to flip the card in front of you. And on the back side, you're gonna see more clues about the two beautiful varietals that I'm serving you here today. For my milk beverage, I want you to please note down the following. Flavor notes, it's gonna be blackberries, strawberries, and red cherry. I'm gonna pour a total of 80 grams of milk to 20 grams of my espresso. This generates a beautiful tactile quality and perfect flavor balance. The milk that I'm using is an unhomogenized milk with a fat content of just below 4%. This generates a beautiful sweetness and balance to this drink. Now, we all know that the lactose that we can find in normal cow milk simply isn't for everyone. And I want my milk beverages to be able to be enjoyed by everyone. So, 24 hours ago, I added 10 drops of a lactase enzyme to 1 liter of my milk. What this does is really interesting. It breaks up the singular sugar chain of lactose into 2 individual sugars, glucose and galactose. And what's so interesting with these 2 individual sugars is that individually they proceed a lot sweeter. This is perfect because the varietal I've chosen for this beverage is famous for its intense phosphoric acidity and bright flavor notes. Now, I'm steaming my milk to just above 50 degrees Celsius, giving you a drinking temperature of just above 45 degrees Celsius. And this is generating the best flavor complexity for my beverage. Now, after my milk service, I'm going to give you both a little bit of time to talk in your teams to see if we can figure out what these 2 varietals are. And please, flip the card around then and write it on the actual card. And don't be afraid to do this together. After all, coffee is a lot more fun when we do it together. I'm steaming a slightly thinner foam here, just to again showcase all of those beautiful flavor notes. Please enjoy. So, could we figure out which 2 beautiful varietals we're serving you here today? Don't worry, I have you covered. I didn't just choose these 2 coffees because they taste absolutely fantastic. I chose them because I believe they're perfect representation of just how amazing specialty coffee varietals can be. And this wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for that perfect cultivation and local terroir at the Esmeralda farm in Panama. Rachel and her team has done an absolutely amazing job with these 2 coffees. And now for my final serving, what I want to do is to continue to highlight all of those beautiful flavor notes we could find in that geisha varietal. The 2 coffees that we enjoyed both goes up 1,600 meters. This gives the coffees plenty of time to ripen and develop all of those beautiful sugar notes. They're picked at perfect ripeness, rinsed, put on raised beds for a total of 40 plus days. This is what they call an extended fermentation time. It increases the beautiful individual fruit notes. For your espresso course, you got my favorite geisha varietal of the season, bursting with stone fruit qualities and florality. And for the milk beverage, you got a beautiful SL34 varietal, famous for its phosphoric intense acidity and bright flavor notes. Both of these coffees originally comes from Kenya and Africa and we cultivated amazingly at the Esmeralda farm. Now, for my final serving, I want to continue to highlight that beautiful geisha varietal. So, I'm going to start by adding a total of 80 grams of espresso, which is 4 shots of my geisha espresso. The next ingredient is quite interesting. It's a sugar syrup that I made myself, and I made it in the following way. I started by taking 12 grams of tonka beans. The tonka beans has a beautiful brown spice quality and vanilla-like character. And when mixed to the lemon notes in my espresso, it generates a new flavor note of red cherry cola. The next part is adding 12 grams of a lime peel. The beautiful florality and citrusy of that, together with the orange blossom in my espresso, generates a new flavor notes of apples and jasmine. Then I'm taking 500 grams of a glucose powder. I'm shoving that into a thermomixer together with 1 liter of water. The increase in sweetness together with those beautiful stone fruit qualities generates a new flavor of mango. And now the important part. All these ingredients are blended together for 60 minutes at 60 degrees Celsius. And this is important because it doesn't just generate a beautiful flavor note, but also sweetness, acidity, and bitterness, making this beverage really balanced, okay? Now, I'm adding a total of 50 grams of that liquid, 15 grams of that liquid to my espressos. The next step is to add 60 grams of ice. This is going to open up the flavor notes as it dilutes the espresso and chills down the temperature to open up for more complexity. Now I'm going to blend these together for a total of 10 seconds. So please bear with me while I make a little bit of noise. I'll be right back. Now, I want you to please note down as flavor notes. We're gonna find mango, followed by green apples, jasmine, and red cherry cola. The first sip is gonna be all about that beautiful tropical flavor notes and texture. That second sip is going to be all about green apples and that beautiful jasmine floral. Both of these sips has a beautiful aftertaste of red cherry cola. Now I want you to please wait to enjoy this until I finish my presentation. I want to thank you for the opportunity of being here today. It's been truly amazing to serve my 2 favorite varietals and share something that is truly important for me. Now, at this point, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why on earth did he force me to guest 2 varietals on stage? It's because I believe it's really important. We're at a time in the coffee industry where we're moving into the future, and I want us to bring varietals with us. For me, the varietals is the very heart and soul of what we do in this industry. Thank you. Now please enjoy your beverage. Time.